Hey guys, Horror Man again, back for another review. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the brand new NECA convention exclusive Pamela Voorhees, Jason Voorhees 2-pack. Now this figure is available currently at Toys R Us stores around the country, only select ones, and it's also available on GoHastings.com. And if you were lucky enough to go to San Diego Comic-Con, you could have picked one up at their booth. Retails around $49.99. Get them while supplies last. Otherwise, you can find these on eBay. This is a great new 2-pack that is a 35th anniversary piece, and it comes with Jason and Pam for the first time in the mego style. And this is actually the first real young Jason Voorhees figure ever made. So it's definitely one to collect. It comes on that same standard packaging, and it also comes with a unique card back, which we've seen with most all of the mego figures. So we'll go ahead and take this one out of the package and get a closer look. So this original artwork was done by Jason Edmiston, which has done a few of the NECA pieces. As of lately, they've done this piece and the Part 6 Jason piece, which should be hitting shelves right now. And he does a really nice job, too. I mean, this is an excellent portrait of Pam at her craziest in Friday the 13th. And then over to the back, you see pictures of the actual figure itself. See a picture of young Jason, see a picture of both of them together, and it tells you that it features a removable t-shirt and lake moss accessories. And then if you want to go ahead and pause it, you can get the story behind Friday the 13th. Really good likeness to this head sculpt. If you remember the first one that was in the 7-inch version, which was in a 2-pack also, with Part 2 Jason, the head sculpt wasn't quite there. I mean, it was NECA back in the day. I mean, it was years ago. But I think they've really done a good job of capturing Pam in this. So one of Pam Voorhees' most notorious things that she has would be probably the blue sweater. Obviously, she doesn't have a hockey mask or anything like that. And she really didn't wield a machete much in this first movie. But this blue sweater was definitely seen a few times. It was seen in the first movie, obviously, and then it was seen in the second movie. Jason kind of has it as like part of the memorial for his mom in this like shack that he's hanging out in. So this sweater has been around throughout the series. I hate to say it because it sounds weird, but underneath here she does have a chest. So this is either a new female body, which it seems like it's a female body, or they did some kind of custom work to make this look more female. But I believe that Jason isn't the only new body in this set. I believe both of these are actually new mego style bodies. So we could see more female characters down the line. But this isn't just a flat male body. This is actually like a female body. So they've done a good job with that. It still has the same articulation, just like we've seen in all the other figures. So if you've been collecting this line for a while of mego NECA style figures, the one thing I think people have started to notice changing is the weapons. They used to use like more of a harder plastic on some of the weapons, and lately they've used kind of like a rubbery type of material. So this knife, even though it's like perfectly straight for the most part, it is like a bendy knife. Now it's not hard to get in this hand and actually get one right in there. And I think they do that just to minimize the breakages, because I know people have complained about QC issues and things like that. And a lot of times it's just the quality of materials that they're using make it so fragile. So the rubber is probably here to stay, and I think you're going to see a lot more weapons with it. She comes with two different weapons, one being this knife, which can be taken out like that. And you can actually put this knife in this sheath like so. And she also comes with an interchangeable hand, which is an axe will actually fit in here. And this hand, you could take the hand off the axe. And then if you want to change the hand, you simply just pull the hand out and then attach the new one, and it snaps in there pretty good. And now she can have the axe. And these hands, actually, if you notice, there's a hinge to go in and out, and also a twist. So there's really good articulation in the arms. So you can get some pretty good poses with her, and she can have both weapons on her. You don't have to worry about putting one away or anything. It's nice that she has this little sheath. So aside from Pamela, I think a lot of people were drawn to this set because of this amazing little young Jason Voorhees figure. This is something that so many people have asked about, including the actor that played him, Ari Lehman, and NECA has finally delivered what a lot of us had really been hoping would happen, and we have our first Part 1 Jason figure. Now, even though he wasn't really seen too much in the movie, he was in cutscenes, and of course he was in the famous scene at the very end where he jumps out and attacks the boat, and people have kind of remembered that scene for many years to come. But unfortunately, we never got a chance to really have an accurate collectible of that young Jason figure. So it's really, really cool to see this, and not only see it, but see it in great detail. I love this Camp Crystal Lake shirt. It's got a little bit of like dirt on it, so it looks like it's been kind of roughed up a little bit. And then he has those classic little shorts that the kids in the camp had. And he actually comes with a lake moss accessory, which I'll show you in a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at him. So just like all the Jasons that came before this one, NECA's always delivered this kind of Quasimodo, like even sometimes horrifying portrait of Jason Voorhees, which is totally accurate to the movie, but it always has made it very cool to take the hockey mask off and see this kind of terrifying face underneath. But for this little young Jason, is before he had any kind of mask, no sack mask, no hockey mask, and he's just a scared little kid, and he really shows it through the expression in the face. I think they've done an excellent job of capturing Tom Savini's work on Ari Lehman. It's just extremely well done. You can see all like the moss and mud and kind of like bits of the lake that kind of got stuck to his head. And then, like I said before, the tattered shirt is a really nice touch, and he's even got a little bit of that like lake moss on his hand, both hands actually, and you can see a little bit more like a dark kind of dirt on his feet and legs and arms, everything. But particularly that head sculpt is just one to remember. I mean, it's so detailed, it's amazing. I'm really happy that they delivered this figure in this 2-pack set. I think it's a perfect way to celebrate the 35th anniversary, and NECA's definitely knocked it out of the park with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shirt off, and then I'll put the lake moss accessory on and show you what he looks like. Alright, so the shirt itself is very easy to take off. It's just like a little section here in the middle that just has a little bit of Velcro on it and just peels off, and you can take it right off of him. Alright, so here he is with the lake moss accessory. I'll get it nice and detailed for you. He has a pretty good amount of wear underneath the shirt, just like he did with the rest of the body. And then you put this little lake moss accessory on him, and it really looks like it's actually stuck to him. So it's a really good effect for whatever scene you want to set up for young Jason here. I don't know how I'll display him. I kind of like him more with just the Crystal Lake shirt. But, yeah, there he is with the lake moss accessory. So, again, very cool figure. I like that he's in scale, with Pam Voorhees. It would have been kind of dumb if they just made a Part 1 Jason in that same scale as the other Jasons. It just wouldn't make any sense. So, like I said, you can get this on GoHastings.com. or you can check your local Toys R Us and get them while you can, man. This is a real collector's item for somebody that's just a Friday the 13th fan, or maybe just a fan of NECA toys. And I'll show you a couple comparisons now, just so you can see how this matches up next to the other mego figures. Alright, so here's Pam next to Jason Voorhees for the first scale comparison, and you can see how much smaller he is than his mom. Alright, and here's Pam and Jason next to, well, let's just say next to Jason. And here they are next to Freddy Krueger, which again you can see Freddy's just a little bit taller than Pam, so they're really nicely scaled together. Alright, so that's my review. Again, like I said, I would highly recommend this figure, especially for Friday the 13th fans, or just fans of this awesome NECA Mego style. And, you know, as these figures get made more and more, you gotta start to really appreciate the artwork that goes into it, and, of course, the sculpting and details. They just seem to get better and better as the line progresses, and I just can't wait to see what else they have coming. Again, Jason Edmiston, really good artist, and I think you're going to see more of his stuff in this Mego line. I mean, he's doing a terrific job with these different pictures. Again, look for this at gohastings.com. Your local Toys R Us may have some. And yeah, thanks for watching my review. Leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe. See ya.